one of the things that happened when we first came to our studio here about 3.5 years ago is where I teach, there's a 4,400 square foot gallery.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful space. I teach at a place called Belen Jesuit Preparatory School. It's an all-boys school, 6 through 12. And the gallery space there had a new director at that time. And he came to me and he said, do you think we can put a show together of a couple of the artists around your warehouse? And I kind of approached Jeannie about it, and we approached a couple friends of ours, Robert Fernandez and Maria Patino, and we sat down and we talked and we said, well, we could do a show of 4 or 5 artists, or we can do a show of the whole district. The Bird Road Art District has been here for quite some time, since the 1990s. I think it's when it first was recognized by the city.
And it's been here longer than
But
that.
it's been here longer. So, because I remember coming to this area when I was in college, and that's beyond the 90s. So we decided that the 4 of us and the director of the gallery space at school would be the curators of a show that would encompass all of the artists that would like to be part of the show in the Bird Road Art District. And that became quite a number.
So look, now here's the math. 5 curators.
And at the first time we did it, I think there were 50-something artists in the district.
Yeah. We
were able to get 42 of them in this show.
Yeah.
So we were trying really hard. It came a second time, a biennial. And the second time we got about 40-something again, but there's 70 artists now in the district. So it's interesting. Now, the biggest problem we ran into is a lot of these artists don't answer emails. You have to go knocking on their door to get a response. So I'm dropping off letters in their mailboxes. I'm calling phone numbers that are disconnected. We are trying so hard to get all these artists together and to let them have a show where they pick the work that they want to send of their own work. Everybody gets one piece and they pick what they want to send.
So I think what was required to make this successful was the person-to-person connection. You couldn't just shoot out an email and expect people to respond. It wasn't a call to artists, it was a call to community. He had to go door to door and talk to these people and a lot of times in Spanish, because this is the Bird Road Art District and it is a largely Hispanic arts community. For whatever reason, there's a lot of Spanish spoken here. So it was a large, the key was communication and trust. Those were the 2 things that were mostly required here. You know, they had to know who he was. They had to get communication from someone that they knew. Hey, so-and-so is going to come knock on your door. They had to know that he was for real. So there was a lot of trust needed. There was communication required, and a community connection was necessary in order for them to know who he was, because it wasn't me going, it was him.
And also one of the other factors that was problematic is we had 2 months to put the show together. So
that was just
everything was just so, like, if it was meant to fail, we had it set right for failure. And it was perfect.
But that was trust too, because it was the 5 of us working together. There was a lot of trust. Trusting our team that it was going to work, it was going to happen, but then trusting all of the artists. It was trust.
Yeah, and trusting that we were going to get the work, the size that would fit in the space, because if everyone sent huge paintings, then we would be in trouble. We would be doing like a French salon with the work all the way up to the ceiling. So there were so many things that we had to kind of just say, we're going to take them on trust and on faith and keep going. And it worked out so well that we did a second show. And we're looking to do a third one a year from
next year? No, we did it this year, so
So-
2022.
2022, we'll try to do it
We're
again.
hoping we'll do it again.
The director at the school, Louis Dulcite, is backing us up every time, and he's, you know, helpful in making sure that we have the space and what we need to put this show together.